top agents are always doing the 4 presentations that he talked about. We need to get back on that track, a lot of us, especially with all this opportunity, which he and I were talking about around us, because in this kind of a market, there is a lot of opportunity. This is a 1-year commitment. This is not, he can only talk for an hour and 15 minutes. His presentations and his webinars and all, I mean, we're talking about a lot more material. You've just heard, I don't know, 10%, 5%?
1%.
1% of everything that really you can learn from Daniel Pendley. But we've got to apply it. But that's why I'm willing to pay everybody back every penny of the $4.95 on your next closing. Wow. If you want to, if you'll implement this system. Many agents in the country that have been dealing with Daniel are doing 1 deal a week. That seems like an unrealistic goal. It is not. They're doing 50 deals a year. And they get so used to that now that 50 deals a year isn't that big a deal to them. Because as you do it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 50 deals a year just isn't that many deals. Because they're just used to it. They're in this system. They've got this system. The part that I like that we're adding is I do not understand social media myself very well. And I saw a statistic from NAR, and I don't know if it's right or not, but they said that 60% of all buyers are being driven to their agents through the internet. 60% now. Wow! It's just, for no guy like me, that blows my mind. But we got to face the facts. That's what this market is. We've got to jump on board. We've got to be able to do what's happening in the marketplace. We've got to learn this. So anyway, great guy. Just as energetic on the disc, all the things you're going to see. This is do stuff. I have to tell one little funny story, and then I'll let you go. When I was president of the Salt Board of Realtors, there was a fellow who was one of the top agents in Hawaii, and I knew him, and they asked me if I'd ask him to come do a presentation to the Salt Board of Realtors. How did this guy, his first name's Joe, sell all this real estate in Hawaii for all these years? I mean, he's kind of a bald guy, and you know, he got older and he did real estate in Hawaii for years and years. And I finally got a hold of Joe, and I took him to lunch, and I said, Joe, I'm kind of the new president of the Salt Board of Realtors, and they've asked me to come and have you do a 1-hour presentation and tell everybody at the Salt Board of Realtors how you made so much money selling real estate. He goes, an hour? I can't do it. I can only do it in 5 minutes. And I said, 5 minutes? Come on, Joe. He says, I can't, maybe I told you this story, I can't do it anymore in 5 minutes because I only had one system, but I did it faithfully for 40 years. And I said, okay, now you've piqued my interest. What was that system? He said, every single day, I physically handed one of my business cards to somebody out in the community in Hawaii. The little Chinese lady that I picked my shirts up with the dry cleaners. At the grocery store, the kid that bagged the groceries. And I always said, hey guys, this is Joe. If you ever hear of anybody that needs to buy or sell real estate, have them call Joe. He says, I must have handed out hundreds of thousands of cards. He says, I picked up my shirts one day and the little Chinese lady says, hey Joe, why you keep giving me cards? I got like 100 in the back room. He says, I sold over 100 properties from the leads that little Chinese lady gave me, that I always took my shirts to the Chinese laundry for years and years and years. I always picked them up. She always gave me a bad time. But anytime anybody said to this lady, I got to have something done in real estate, she'd say, oh, you got to call Joe. You got to call Joe. He'll take care of you. Joe will take care of you. And I started thinking, we don't do that. Really, we don't do it. We just don't do it. And he kind of alluded to that. We don't do it. So this is still hands-on. We still got to do it. We got to do the 4 deals a week. But I'd like to see everybody here make $16,000 a month. I think we'd all be happy.
Wow. And how would that change the dynamics of this company?
Well, anyway.
Unbelievable.
So anyway.
So yeah. Enough said. It's time. Thank you guys. Great to be.
This guy never stops. He's like, he just goes and goes and goes.